Hello, everybody, and welcome to another rousing edition of Playing Games with Strangers. I am your host, your keeper, your DM, your GM, whatever label you want to give me. My name is John Haryu. With me in the studio tonight, we have Squid, Celeste Mora, Eric Campagno, Davey Dave Clements, and Josiah the Talent Crandall. So we're really excited to dive in tonight. So we're just kind of going to zip through these intro here first. Dave, do we have any merch to talk about?
Nothing new this week, but go pick up some Towerfall stuff designed by JS and uploaded by myself. And we also have some of the older merch, like our classic D&D shirt inspired by our session with Katie Lee. Just a bunch of stuff. Go over there and pick it up at playinggameswithstrangers.com/shop.
All right. Any Patreon news, Celeste?
We have quite a few things on the Patreon that you have access to if you want to hear Wilder's Goat Party. If you want to hear Dads on Mowers, there are special exclusive one-shots that are on there, and we've been talking about doing some more. So you can join for as little as $1 a month. We have the $1, we have the $3, and we have the $5 levels, which give you varying degrees of rewards.
I can say one thing that we didn't announce in the Patreon stuff that is happening.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We are recording a Patreon exclusive Call of Cthulhu mini arc for patrons only, and instead of just stocking it with Playing Games cast, I picked some of the people out of our Patreon pool in Discord. So if you are a patron, or if you would like to become a patron and be on the show at some point, it could be a possibility if you become a patron of ours and hang out on Discord.
If you are a patron and you're not on Discord, hit us up. We'll get you in there.
Facts. So, all right, Josiah.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to 90.1 FM TPR, Towerfall Public Radio. Please consider supporting us by donating your used wagons. And now for a nice, soothing classical piece you'll all know and love.
Uno.
Ni.
Trois. Alba.
Playing games with strangers, you know there's no danger. So come on in, we're all friends. Playing games with strangers. I'm 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 playing games with strangers.
All right, Squid, go ahead and recap us so we can dive in where we left off, hopefully, if I remember right.
Oh boy. Well, some things happened. First, we checked in with someone that I've never met, but I've heard nothing about. This fellow ended up in Mirabar, found out it was a crater, and him and the person that was driving him, whose name I don't remember, and neither did he, continue heading east. Wilder woke up, and then was not Wilder and was Felix. It was a very confusing time. Everyone also forgot the names of the people he was with. One of them was Calvin. We also found out that he was sent here to kill Orbog and was originally sent to Waterdeep to kill Orbog, which is very frustrating, but we'll find that out later. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. There were quite a few messages passed back and forth between Orbog and Stumblefoot. I would argue too many, before Stumblefoot decided to sneak back into the castle to find a diamond in order to bring me back to life, because I had unfortunately died. Upon procuring a diamond and a holding chest full of gems and other things, and who knows what else is in there, it's like an interplanar space, he heard Aelin, and then Aelin was taken to Northern Towerfall, which we will also have to rectify. So Stumblefoot hightailed it out of there. They brought me back to life. He recalled his day to Orbog and myself. Tomboll took the very nice bowl that he had bought and tried to look in on Wilder. It didn't work. So then he tried to look in on Pough, which was terrifying, and I didn't like it one bit. So we had a brief conversation about moral ambiguity, and then I went to sleep because I was very tired. And then despite the fact that I asked us to discuss plans in the morning, they decided to do it while I was sleeping. I still don't know what the plan was. The next morning, Wilder had a wild night of partying, so he was very tired as well. And that's when he found out that he had a daughter. Possibly the worst thing to find out when you have a hangover. A moment later, we find out that she's also probably dead because she was in Waterdeep. Again, a lot of loose ends that we're going to have to figure out, and all of them sound horrible. And we have a brief spat, mostly disapproval on my end. Stumblefoot headed back to the castle to get Orbog's things. While he was there, he ran into Wilder, who was keeping an eye on the castle to see if Orbog returns, most likely to kill him. But, again, we'll figure that out. And they run into each other and they talk, and memories come back, I guess. I don't really know how it happens. I don't understand magic. Stumblefoot stopped in at Sage's portal so they could get something for disguising Orbog, and found a hat and a healing potion. But that's not as exciting as the hat. Orbog and I talked about Towerfall and my life, kind of, while they had their adventure. And then we talked to Bastille, and that was upsetting. Yeah, that's it. That's what happened.
Aelin.
Yes.
All right. So you are being led to Northern Towerfall. You get walked through the cathedral in various corridors. And you come out on the other side of the cathedral, and you're walking towards a more militaristic looking castle. And you also see that the majority of the denizens on this side of the tower are of the non-human persuasion. And as you are walking over this bridge here towards Castle Skeletor, because that's what I'm going to call it, I need you to make a... actually, what's your passive perception?
It is 18.
Oh my, yeah. You kind of catch a familiar funk on the wind.
He's got the funk.
A familiar funk that reminds you of a somewhat elderly halfling that you may be related to.
Oh. I was not prepared for Tilda. I am going to avidly just look at my guards. Well, now, do you happen to know the history of this here establishment? Because this castle is quite different than the other one, so I was intrigued to know. Is there a reasoning for the stylistic differences?
One of the guards looks at you and goes, "Do you normally talk this much?"
Oh, yes.
It's no wonder that Southern Towerfall was so easy to overthrow. The help is permitted far too many liberties.
Oh, honey, I wasn't the help. I was a friend.
But you told us that you were cooking for the kitchen of Southern Towerfall.
Do you not enjoy cooking? Do you not do anything just for fun? That might be work for others? Just because I was in the kitchen does not mean that is how I was paid. I was in the kitchen because it is what I enjoy. By trade, I am a bard, and hence that's why I played my harp for you.
This concept seems to be the concept of doing work to help other people seems foreign. So they look at you and like, so you weren't an employee of the Southern Towerfall government then?
Oh no, I am from Waterdeep.
Well, you were.
Well, yes, I was.
Well, and the one looks at the other. He says something in a language you don't understand unless you understand Undercommon.
Which is, I do not.
Okay. And then they look at you and they're like, all right. Well, if you didn't work for Southern Towerfall, we can't just conscribe you into service here then. So I guess you're free to go.
Well, thank you. Now, which way was Southern Towerfall? Because I do love a good beach, and this seems a bit more chilly up here.
They just walk.
Y'all have a good day. She's gonna backtrack back the way she came.
In a nearby, just before you make it back to the bridge, you hear a voice from somewhere saying, "But honestly, Aelin, I'm just saying that sister of yours, she's just flaunting that money everywhere, sending us on extravagant vacations just because she can't seem to keep herself out of trouble. But you didn't hear that from me now, God bless her soul. At any rate, it might be time soon that we head back to Waterdeep, because I can't just sit here all day long waiting for your irresponsible sister to tell us when she thinks it's okay for us to come back to our own house."
I rolled a 24 for stealth. I'm gonna sneak up on Arlen and see if I can get his attention, but not Tilda's.
That stealth check will let you sneak up unnoticed. If you're trying to be specific about whose attention you gainer, I need a sleight of hand check to go with that, please.
20.
Dang, girl. All right. Yeah. You through a series of motions, you kind of catch the side eye of Arlen, who can tell that you're trying not to be noticed.
And bless his heart, he understands why.
And he's just like, "Well, I think that Aelin was just being kind with her money that she has, and was just thought of dear Aunt Tilda to bless with such a vacation." She's like, "Oh, hush that nonsense now. She's just being extravagant, trying to prove something, like she thinks she's better than anybody else. Oh, bless her heart, though she tries so hard."
I'm gonna cast message and send Arlen a message. Basically going, "Are you okay? Do you need me to get you away from her?"
He kind of thinks back at you. "I'm fine. If you don't want her around, you best go now."
Can I respond back? I don't know how message works.
Nope.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave.
All right. Where are you heading?
Southern Towerfall.
All right.
So, as flawed as she is, I do trust Tilda to take care of him.
All right, so Aelin, as you are walking through the cathedral, roll me a survival check to see if you can scout your way through the cathedral and find your way back to Southern Towerfall.
22.
So you are walking through this cathedral, and just as you are walking, you come across the prone body of a familiar-looking bugbear.
Pough! Pough! She's gonna shake him.
Who's there?
Pough!
Pooh? Oh, no, I don't know any Pooh. I'm sorry, I can't help you with that.
Pooh Sanders, get yourself up.
Oh, that's a Pooh. Oh, that's me, yes.
And I stand up, of course. Take a big stretch.
Hello? Oh, who's there?
And I take a glance around the room, like my eye level, looking around.
Hello?
Down here.
Oh, Aelin. Well, it's good to see you. It's been a couple days, I think.
Pooh, where is everybody else?
Where exactly are we?
I look around a little bit.
John, where are we?
Does this look familiar to me?
You recognize... Actually, make a perception check.
I just didn't know if I'd made it, or if I was partway through.
That's a 18 plus... let's see, perception.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
Based off of the decorating themes and the architecture, you have a pretty strong feeling that you're still in the same cathedral that you had encountered the king and new queen of Towerfall.
Okay.
This is the coronation and the oh dear. Aelin, do you know what's been going on?
No, I'd really like it if somebody told me. I almost got conscripted into the kitchens of Northern Towerfall.
Oh, well, it seems that Orbog's coronation, of course.
Yes, I was making him a cake.
All right, and when it was going on, then Imrin's old friend, boss, person, I don't know exactly. They were like pals of sorts, like.
Okay.
And anyway, she was not her. And she was evil. And anyway, it was actually Wilder's wife, but not really. And then there was a battle, and then there was a ghosty guy, and so that's what's been going on.
Now, where have I think that I've been?
You have no idea.
Okay.
Last thing you remember is Ereketh telling you he's going to take you to meet Panda.
Brother Panda.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I thought. So,
yeah. So,
Well, where is Orbog?
oh well. Hopefully he's alive. I assume if I were an Orbog in this situation, I would probably run away and then regather and then come back in full force to rain down my terror upon the villains who usurped.
Did he even manage to get coronated?
No. There was conscientious. Someone objected. I think it was his father of some sort.
Okay.
From the other side of the tower, and he married, or was married to the friend, very friendly at the very least, to Imrin's boss friend person who was actually the wife of Wilder. So.
Last week on Days of Our Lives. Okay. Well, we need to find everybody else. Because we are in a country that is being occupied.
Well, you know what? First, we should disguise ourselves.
and I bend down and I look at the ground.
It seems very clean in here for having been a battle.
A battle?
Well, there was I started a fight, and Imran. I don't think she fared very. Oh dear. Oh, I hope she's okay. Oh, and it was my fault. I shot first. Oh dear. Maybe we head outside. Perhaps we can find someone there that could. We don't want to be too conspicuous. Oh, my head is abuzz. Yes, some fresh air, some outside.
Let's get outside and see what we can learn.
So we head out of the cathedral area. What do we see when we head outside? I mean, is there anything out of the ordinary? Who's milling around? What's kind of the situation?
The businesses you can see outside the cathedral, they are functioning business as usual. Make a perception check for me, please.
That's a 6.
And a 16. Okay.
It seems pretty normal for you, Pough. Aelin, though, from your perspective, and as a bard, one of the things you learn how to do quickly as a performer is read the room.
Yeah.
And you get the feeling from these individuals that they are very nervous and anxious. And you also notice that there are a lot of drow patrolling the streets.
We need to stay low. Does that make sense? We need to not draw too much attention to ourselves.
Right,
Maybe not disguise, but just not draw attention.
Right, we need to be quiet. And, there's not very many bugbears around here, are there?
Just act natural.
Right.
Act natural for Gareth.
Oh, for Gareth. Citizens!
No. Maybe, sane for Stumblefoot.
Oh, isn't it I don't know what Stumblefoot would say. He'd probably say...
He would not say anything. He would just keep walking. Like nothing was wrong.
Oh, okay.
So that's what we should do. Just keep walking.
I'll just keep walking. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just walking here.
All right. What direction are you two headed while you are walking?
Towards the fields.
Towards the fields?
Reichton Fields?
Yep, that would be towards the east then. Yep.
Because that would be left coming out of the cathedral.
Yep. All right, so you are heading towards the Reichton Fields. As you are heading to eastern Southern Towerfall, you walk by a familiar bowl shop that has a couple chunks of broken ceramic outside the door.
Oh, well, isn't this a lovely shop?
I wouldn't go in there. The owner's a little bit grouchy.
Oh, you've been?
Well, yes, I got a bowl of sorts.
Okay.
You want to see it?
Do you have it with you?
Pough, what's your passive perception?
My passive, I believe it's like 9. I don't know. No, 13.
Okay. Aelin, you hear coming from behind the building a familiar voice say, yeah, so I got this, I had this sword and this chick, she gave me 3,000 gold pieces for it. It's ridiculous. I am so flush with money right now.
Hold on a second, Aelin. I know that voice. It's my good old pal.
I yelled that out inconspicuously.
And you hear another voice going back to me. Oh, baby, you're just so fly. I can't believe that you were able to get that much money. What are we gonna do?
Well, that doesn't sound like Imran.
I poke my head around the corner.
As you poke your head around the corner to this alleyway where you had encountered Bastite previously, you see Bastite, and he is chatting up what looks kind of like another Minotaur, except it's female, and instead of being part cow, this one is part deer.
He has a type. So I cast invisibility, and then I'm going to try and steal the cash that he says he's flush with, and I rolled a 14.
I'm going to have you roll with disadvantage because you didn't know exactly where that was at on his person.
And Pough has no idea you're doing this.
Well, no, I'm invisible. So
14 would have been at
disadvantage.
Yeah. You start to fumble around with his belt and around his pouches he has on him, and you kind of jab him in his muffin top.
Ooh,
and
that's
he's
rude.
like, what the heck? And
Hey, let's
starts
eat.
swinging his hand. That was unsuccessful.
Okay.
And as you say that, Pough, all of a sudden he looks up and he goes like, who's that?
Oh, don't you recognize your old buddy, your old pal, your oldest friend?
Oh, hey, it's Chooch. What's up, Chooch?
No, it's Pooh with a P, not a whatever a chooch starts with.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like Imran. How are you doing? You look different.
Amron's dead. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, dead?
Yeah, why do you think I got a new girl?
You because you what? And you did. Oh, you no good for nothing.
I'd punch him in the face.
Okay. Roll a an attack roll.
This would be a surprise attack, wouldn't it? Because that's something I can do.
With that much preamble prior to doing that, I don't think it's much of a surprise.
Oh,
you did.
Okay.
You
But Aelin casting Dark Strike would be a surprise because she's invisible.
All right. Well, I rolled an 11 on that.
Because I see Pooh try to hit him in the face, and so I just go.
Aelin, you will have to roll an attack roll with that though. So it's a D20 plus your a spell attack modifier.
I rolled a 1.
And being as it's an attack fumble, everybody knows what's coming up with that.
We do?
Aelin, go ahead and roll a D100 for me, please.
90.
Oof. Okay, so here's what happens with the first round. Pooh, you take a swing at him. He manages to see what you're doing, and he dodges backwards, which was actually the right thing to do, because he, in the same way of him dodging backwards, he also dodged Aelin's strike that she's trying to do. But with Aelin's Dark Strike, there's a bit of a glimmer comes off your hand, almost like a spark of wild magic, and you cut open a hole in the fabric of the prime material plane just briefly as a portal opens to the plane of water, and there is a sudden torrent of pure hot water that flies out of it, and it hits everybody within 10 feet of you. So I need you to roll 1d8 and add 2 to it for me, please.
7.
Everybody involved takes 7 points of damage. So that's going to be Josiah, Aelin, and Bastite.
What about the poor innocent, unsuspecting?
Yep, she takes it too. So,
Oh, I'm sorry, dear.
nice pun.
Unintentional, but I'll take it.
Okay, Pooh, you just got burnt by a sudden rift in time-space.
Oh, that wasn't me. I just wanted to boop you on the nose very hardly. Ow! Ouch! What in the world? Did you do that, Bastille?
No, I've never seen that before in my life.
And I'm sorry about that, ma'am. I let my temper get away with me, and What? Imran's dead? And you're dating another? I don't know what actually they're called. A dear person?
Aren't you just a cultured individual? I mean, I can't bring Imran back to life. She's dead. She's worm food.
I certainly hope not, because I would be very, very sad about that. I am currently rather sad about that. But
let me tell you something, Chooch. Sadness is a waste of time. All right? You can waste your whole time being sad over things that you can't do anything about, or you can just choose to move on.
You know what? There's some wisdom in that. But sadness can also be good. Now, I'm going to choose to just leave you alone, Bastille. You seem to be getting along well, and you know what? I'm glad that you're moving on. Perhaps, if Imran's still alive, then this is good way for her to move on as well. And I
Oh no, man, no. I thought I heard about what happened. She's dead, like Dornell dead, kaput. She couldn't be any more alive.
All right, I get it.
Than this.
What happened? Just the details. No. What did you hear happened?
The queen lady, I guess she took out a bunch of swords and just shish kebabbed her, completely sliced her up into, fine teriyaki.
That's all right. And then what happened?
And then she died.
Nothing else. Where is she?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just telling you what people told me.
All right. Well, you enjoy that money that you said you got. I heard that.
That's right. Hey, Em, come on, let's go. Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Her name's...
Her name? No, her name's Emily. I don't know what you're talking about.
Goodbye. Hopefully, I will never see you again.
As you're walking away grumbling, you hear her say, "No, my name's Sarah. Who's Emily?"
I will never see what Em saw in that man.
Oh, there you are, Aelin. I hate that. And he said that Emran was chopped into little pieces. We got to find someone who knows at least maybe where she's at or where her body is, or I don't know what to do, Aelin. I don't know what this. I've never been here before. I don't know what to do. I'm lost.
I don't know, Pooh. We just need to lay low and find our friends.
Well, how are we going to do that? What if are our friends even alive anymore? You there?
I'd say you there to someone passing by who's not a drow.
You say you there to somebody passing by just because you saw motion out the corner of your eye? And it happens to be Wilder.
Oh, thank goodness, somebody we know.
Oh, hey, Pooh, Aelin, hi.
Hi, yourself.
Wilder. Is Orbog okay?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, Stumblefoot said he's fine.
Oh, Stumblefoot's around too? Oh, and Imran. Is Imran okay? I heard that she was...
I think so.
Oh, thank
You think so?
goodness.
Oh, that's wonderful news. She's all right. Well, where is everyone? We need to get together. We need to meet up. I need someone with a plan.
I am probably not that person. Stumblefoot was headed back to the castle, I believe. He didn't really... We kind of went into a tunnel, and something happened, and then he ended up going to a shop in town. But, yeah. Sorry, it's kind of been a day.
Yeah, you don't look so hot. Have you been drinking again, Wilder?
Yeah, but that's not it. It's kind of been a day, and I kind of have some things to do. So
some things to do.
Not to be rude.
You're just going to leave us here?
I guess I could show you where Stumblefoot went. But I do have some things I need to do.
Like what? Maybe we can help.
I need something to do.
It's kind of complicated.
Complicated? I mean, we haven't been gone that long.
Let's walk and talk. I'll try my best to explain things. So, yeah, I'm gonna lead them back to the tunnel where Stumblefoot and Wilder were.
As you start walking to the tunnel, Felix, you get a familiar sensation of someone talking into your mind. And it's a woman's voice, and all it says is, "She's safe Was this you? How much longer are you going to be? This has been forever.
Could you guys hold on for just a second?
All right.
Would Felix know who this is?
Your Felix memories are a little hazy. Like they're still kind of filling in.
Okay.
The voice does seem familiar. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check, please.
At 23.
Oh, yeah. The voice sounds familiar. You can't put it. You're reaching for a name, but you can't quite put a name to it. You're pretty certain it starts with an L, and you think as hard as you can, trying to pull anything you can from it, and you're pretty certain this has to do with the last place you left LL.
So I'm gonna try and reply to this. Can you remind me who you are and what we're doing?
And you get a response quickly. It says, "Oh, for the love of Saren Ray, you finally replied. Where have you been?"
That's a long story. I'm who you think I am, but I'm also not who you think I am. I'm in Southern Towerfall.
There's a long pause. This is my last one for the day. I think you're telling me you're undercover. Okay, I'll check in with you in a couple days.
I'm not going to respond.
Okay. You are still mid-trek to tunnels.
Okay. So... Yes, that was weird. So the last thing I remember was being at Orbog's coronation. And then Pough, I think you were confronting Orbog's dad, and then next thing I know, I woke up in the middle of a field and I couldn't remember who I was. And then somebody called me Felix Tinsdale. Then I guess I'm Wilder too.
You have another name?
Yeah. It's complicated, like I said.
Right. Well, how are you doing with everything, Wilder?
Well, it's still pretty new to be two people. Like, I can remember all the things that we've done. Like, Aelin, I remember the peanut butter pie at Durnan's. I remember meeting you for the first time, but I also remember some things from this Felix guy. So, it's a lot to get used to. And that was a message from someone that Felix knows. It starts with an L. Oh. Apparently, either I or Felix, I think it's Felix, has a daughter.
A daughter?
You have a daughter. Congratulations.
How old is she?
So she's about 10 or 11, I think, if the math checks out.
Oh, she's an old daughter.
Or just maybe I'm a really young dad.
You've had her. She's been a. Wow. Well, that's some news.
Wow is a good word. Definitely. So, yeah, it's very complicated, and...
You know what? I think all of our lives are a lot more complicated than They're very complicated right now.
That I feel like might be an understatement.
Well, we'll do whatever we can to help you and your daughter and Aelin. We've got to figure out your parents and we got to find Orbog. And yes, we've got a lot on our plates, but we can do it. We've got this. Go team.
Here's the deal. When we get up to this passageway, I'm gonna give you this key that I have. Aelin, I trust you with it. No offense, Pough.
Okay.
None taken.
But I'm gonna give you this key. I can't go with you. That's an even more complicated thing that I'd prefer not to get into right now. Hasn't been the most well-received information. So, take this key. You can get through the tunnel, and,
Wilder?
Yeah.
Right about this time, you were coming up to the castle. In the corner of the castle where the tunnel was at is being heavily inspected by several drow, because you had set off that alarm there, so now they're aware of its existence.
Shoot. Okay, so...
Is that where the tunnel was?
Yes. You know, me and my... How do I want to say this? In my professionalism, I set off an alarm.
Oh,
I didn't. Felix did.
Isn't your thing not setting off alarms?
My thing is, but apparently Felix likes to pull alarms and
You
surprise
and
me.
Are you and Felix not the same person?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out myself. Let's just say I'm not always in control of all of my faculties. Sometimes.
Well, how about this? How about we go and we just sit somewhere where anyone can see us, like if Orbog or Imran or Stumblefoot walk out, and if they see us, they can find us, and if we just sit there and talk and not draw attention to ourselves, but just stay in one place.
That's probably a good idea for you and Aelin. I should probably not be seen at all by anyone. So...
But I'm kind of a big bug. I mean, we're probably not supposed to be seen either, but if they see us, we can punch them.
I want to avoid the punching.
Well, I do too, but sometimes, Right,
Aelin,
well...
do you have a thought here?
We don't have all the information, Wilder. So I'm gonna trust you that you need to go. Do you know where the others are? Can you at least direct us to that?
I don't know exactly where they're at. I just know that Stumblefoot went down this tunnel, and I happen to have a key, so maybe Felix knows where to go, but I don't know where to go.
Okay.
Wilder, I'm not going to convince you, otherwise you seem like you've got lots of things on your mind, so... Aelin, let's go sit somewhere and...
That sounds like a good idea. Let's go see if we can find some coffee.
And, Wilder, I wish you luck. Congratulations on your daughter. I hope, things...
Do you know her name?
Yes, LL.
Well, that's easy to spell.
If it was my daughter, I'm sure I would have come up with a better name, but...
Her last name is Cool J.
What was that?
Get out of my head, you freak.
You have another name? And it's Cool J? Why aren't you going with that? I mean...
Should have led with Cool J.
Yeah, Filch or Cool J? I mean, really, there's not really.
Not really much of a choice.
No, gotta go with the Cool J.
So, yeah, maybe just wait until this clears out, but, I need to try and get some information for Stumblefoot. So...
Right, well, we wish you well. You know where to find us. And hopefully, the other of us will find us soon.
Yeah, I hope so. But, I'll be back. I'm not gone. Like, I have to go to Northern Towerfall.
Well, I don't know much about it, but, hopefully it's lovely this time of year.
I just came from there. Tilda's there. Try to dodge her if you can.
Noted. Will do.
Oh, wasn't Tilda that nice aunt of yours?
I'm gonna leave before I get hit just for being here. It's kind of a thing that happens.
Okay. Aelin and Pough, you guys, so you said you're just going to kind of sit outside of a place and wait for somebody to walk by?
Yeah,
That's how you're going to spend the rest of the day? Okay.
Yeah.
Aileen will try to find some coffee somewhere.
All right. Yeah, you guys find a coffee shop with outdoor seating and...
Being inconspicuous.
Right. We're going to follow then with Felix. You said you're heading back north to Nortow. What are you doing?
I'm planning on heading back to the Thieves Guild empty-handed.
Okay.
I can't remember what information Stumby wanted Wilder to get exactly.
Do you remember offhand, Stumblefoot?
Stumblefoot was just trying to make up an excuse to ditch Wilder.
Oh.
Because he doesn't trust him because of setting off the alarms. So
That works.
letting Wilder know that he was trying to blow him off because he,
Okay. Well, Wilder's going to try and figure out what kind of information would be good information.
Okay. You make it back to the Honeycomb hideout. Nobody's there. They're all still out on assignment. What would you like to do with the whole Thieves Guild to yourself?
Yeah, I would like to actually search to see if I can find any information that would be specific to Felix. I don't know, documentation, something that Wilder could kind of use to confirm that this Felix person is the person that he's tied to.
Yeah, you do some snooping around in George's office, and you do find what would be something of a file cabinet within there, and it is currently locked.
Well, let's pick.
Okay, go ahead and roll your thieves' tools.
22.
Yeah. It takes a little bit of doing, but you're able to pop this lock.
And what would I find in this file cabinet?
A few controlled substances, as well as flasks of unknown contents. And as you rummage around anymore, you find what would basically be considered as personnel files.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to go through and grab Felix's personnel file and kind of scan through it, and also George's.
George's personnel file, it it has it looks legit. I mean, is there like something specific you're looking for on these, or?
Yeah, more just trying to understand who the person is.
Okay. I mean, this isn't a dating profile, but what you're able to glean from it is, George has been in charge of the local Thieves Guild for the past 15 years. It was under the commendation of the area Xanathar. fairly profitable. You look on like an employee review. His deals have been fairly profitable and go largely unnoticed because he doesn't spend too much time targeting the same individual. Just fairly legit. He's very business minded, but fair at the same time. Typically well regarded by people within the guild.
And so Felix is just it confirms that he is a real person in this guild.
In Felix's folder, you see black smears all over it, looking like it's been heavily redacted. And then there's a note attached to the top of it that says, "Oh crap, he's alive. Note to self, we need to reinitiate this file and try to recover the redacted information, as this individual's file was prematurely purged."
All right. I am going to, before closing up shop there, I'm going to grab one of the vials at random.
Okay.
I'm just going to lock back up and I guess make my way back unless I bump into somebody beforehand.
And I'm going to say that the rest of the day kind of goes off without a hitch, fairly uneventful. Obviously, Orbog never comes back to the castle. And Aelin and Pough, what do you guys want to do? The sun's going down. It's getting towards the end of the day. You haven't been seen by anybody.
Pough, perhaps we should head to a pub or a bar and see if I can get some work and get us some dinner.
Oh, well, that sounds good to me. And we'll come back out here in the morning and hopefully we'll find our friends.
And it doesn't take very long for you to locate such an establishment. And you work out a deal for a place of lodging and some food for the evening performing. And go ahead and roll a D100 for me, Aelin.
So 62.
Okay, so you are able to get 62 gold for your performance as well in tips.
Cool.
Next day, Stumblefoot, Orbog, and Emrin. This is just after Stumblefoot had spent a spell slot on sending to Bastite.
So that's what he said in reply.
Oh, we should go to Northern Towerfall. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
So we should go now. That sounds good.
This isn't awkward at all.
I don't know what you're talking about. It seems fine. I'm not tightly wound.
Yeah, it also seems that you're not in denial either.
No, I'm not.
Oh, I know. Look what I can do. And he puts on the hat that Stumblefoot brought him, and Orbog turns into Bastite.
Maybe not appropriate. Maybe you should find a different thing to look like.
Realistically, I suppose that would be a good reason to be going into Northern Towerfall. If he looks like Bastite.
I mean, Emrin told me that if I want to blend in, I need to look like I belong there, like I've been there. So I'll draw less attention to myself.
And you could not think of anyone else at all that may or may not.
Stumblefoot. I don't mean to cut you off there. Your Majesty, if you could just cover your ears for a second. You just cover your ears. It's
okay.
Stumblefoot. If you were Orbog, and you had to think of one other person from Northern Towerfall, who's the most recent one that he's seen?
I'm not for knowing.
His father. And I don't think that's a good idea. So I think this one's probably the best we're gonna get.
Point taken, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, you're fine, Your Majesty. Thank you so much. So let's go see if we can find everyone else.
Right. So, not able to do any more sending for the rest of the day. I know Wilder's out and about. For all I know, Aelin could be at the castle. They could have taken her north to Northern Towerfall. And who knows where in the multiverse Pough is.
Yes. Nowhere. Well, never mind. I won't say that. Positive thinking is very good. So I think Aelin's the easiest one. She's at the castle. Not perhaps the easiest to get to, but so we'll go to Northern Towerfall, and I have a place we can group and hopefully figure out a plan as to how to get Aelin out of the castle.
Orbog, you said before that you were hoping maybe to talk to Eriketh. Should we try to find him when we're on our way through the cathedral?
I mean, we can, but I'm beginning to find that sometimes when you're the person in charge, it's better to put the needs of the people that you serve before yourself.
And is glowing. She's glowing. My little baby's growing up.
Yeah, well, just wait till the actual player that does the voicing of him comes back. I mean, this might be a temporary lapse.
Not all journeys are linear. Sometimes we 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's fine. I'm going to take this time to take off my armor and stow it. Since it has the insignia of Southern Towerfall, it does seem like it would be best not to try and get into Northern Towerfall with it.
So, do we need to wait for 10 minutes while you doff your armor?
Yes, but you guys can just have a pleasant conversation.
So, Orbog, are you knowing any good places to eat in North Towerfall?
In Northern Towerfall?
Aye.
Well, I mean, if you want to eat a baby, I know a place.
Pardon?
No, I'm not.
It's a joke. It's a orc joke.
I never want to eat babies. That's not a thing I do.
Neither do most Northern Towerfall. Yes.
I can make that joke because I'm an orc. So.
No, I don't think so. Look at that, I'm done.
I'm without words.
Shall we?
Let's do the thing.
I'm going to take a direction through Southern Towerfall.
Okay.
Orbog, while we're walking, I have something for you from Callum.
Thanks, I'll be sure to open it, and I'm feeling a little bit more myself.
Hey, 2 down, 2 to go.
Arc 4. Stumblefoot's still delivering letters.
And Callum's already back in the party.
Callum's back. He's married. He's got a wife and children now. He's like, party who?
Okay, so where you guys are heading up and into Sotau, where are you going?
Well, I'm heading to the cathedral, but
We were going to go to the cathedral and then head to Nortau.
whether or not I cross paths with someone.
See, this is the reason. This is one of the reasons why I do like Call of Cthulhu, because they have stuff like luck rolls, which would totally make sense for crossing paths with somebody.
Hey, you're the DM. You can make us roll for luck.
You guys don't have luck as a stat.
You could make something up.
Well, don't halflings have luck? Or is that
Yeah,
gnomes?
but that's something.
Halflings do have luck, but they just get to reroll ones.
Halflings have luck. Yeah, but John made the insinuation that none of us have luck, but Aelin does.
As a stat.
Aelin just realized something about her character.
Yeah, you may want to open the player's handbook.
I did. When I was creating the character, I did. And I didn't remember that.
And never again since.
Well, technically, it wasn't mine.
Watching that realization dawn on your face, Celeste, was...
What? I'm level 10 and I could do what? This whole time?
Lesson to be learned here, people. Know your character, because it's not your DM's responsibility to tell you about what you can do.
Based on that, Aelin has a lot of luck stored up. So...
I don't think it's like karma.
Here's what I'm going to do. Whoever is doing the leading, which I think is Amrin, go ahead and roll a percent.
No, I'm just going to let Stumblefoot.
Go ahead and roll a percentile dice for me, please.
I get advantage because I know my city?
Yeah, sure.
got 47, so I did really great.
Yeah, that beats the number. So, as you are taking your path through the street, you do run into Pough and Aelin coming out of an inn.
And I was saying that
Who?
you did quite...
Aelin?
Stumblefoot! Imran!
I run and give Em a big hug. Oh, and Stumblefoot, depending how close you guys are.
Hello. Ouch.
Oh,
Thank you. I'm still a little sore.
And oh.
What is he doing with y'all?
What's who doing with us?
That thing.
Bastide.
Oh, right. You remember Pooh's hat?
Yes, I remember
Pooh
that.
could make himself look like whoever he wanted. That's, this gentleman's not who you think it is.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm Bastide. Come here, Hot Wheels, and give me a kiss, because you're just a chick that is...
Well, this is getting very fun for me.
You do sound like Bastide, but you look a little...
I take my hand and wave it through where Bastide's head would be, or like his head portion.
Ow, my head. Stop doing that.
There's nothing there. It's like...
Well, that's true figuratively and literally.
Orbog, is this you?
Yeah, it's me.
Aha.
Well, it seems we've got most of the band back together.
Yes, that does seem to have solved most of our problems. Aside from getting to Northern Towerfall.
We found Wilder, too. He was talking about his daughter and stuff he had to do.
Wilder's an interesting case. So, I bumped into him yesterday, or was it earlier today? It was earlier today. It was this morning.
Yesterday.
It was it yesterday?
Time is a relative concept.
Recently, sometime within the last 24 hours. And, we were gonna go into the castle, into Castle Menliger, to try and retrieve Orbog's axe and maybe a few other things. And while we were on our way in, he set off a secret alarm.
Yes, he mentioned that.
Yeah, it's almost like he's two different people.
He mentioned that he is two different people.
Right, yeah. There's this Felix Tasselbottom person that he thinks he is.
And Felix Cool J, I believe.
Oh, that's right, Felix Cool J.
Yes.
And there's and then there's obviously Wilder Filch. When I first bumped into him, he didn't remember who I was, and so I thought maybe he was under a curse, and so I cast the remove curse on him, and that seemed to fix some of the problem, but not all of the problem.
You know, I am finding that even the stories I was there for, it is very confusing to hear you people explain them.
You just kind of have to go with the flow.
We're not great at exposition, but we do it a lot.
You know, our lives are very confusing. I mean, that's a fair assessment, Imran.
Imran, just so you know, this is a fun fact. We ran into Bastide here, not this one, the other one, and he's doing well. And you know, he's kind of he's he's under the impression that you're dead. So,
yes, I was.
Yeah, no, you were.
Yes.
Oh, and and that was that my fault? Because I am so very sorry.
No,
I let myself.
I don't think it was your fault. I'm pretty sure it was most of the arrows, and then the sword many times.
Imran, I'm so sorry. I'm glad that you're.
That's okay. I mostly don't remember, except for the parts that I do.
While we're moving, I have something I've been meaning to give to you, Aelin, and to you, Pough.
Oh.
And when Callum left, he gave me these, and then with everything that's gone on, I just haven't gotten them to you. And so there's a letter for each of you from Callum. And I'm sorry if there may be a wee wrinkled. I've been carrying them around for a few days now. And Stumblefoot is going to hand the letters from Callum to Pough and Aelin. Mission accomplished. Side quest completed. Give me that bonus XP.
You level up.
You hear a bling, and up into the top right corner of existence, there's a quest completed trophy hanging out in
achievement
space.
for this.
16 other side quests just pop up underneath it now.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
Haven't cleared that quest journal yet. Darn it.
What is it's a letter from Callum.
Aye, yeah, he wrote each of us a letter, and
I think I'll open this right now. I mean, I think we'll just do this right here.
he did pass on to me this. And I'll show him Stumblefoot's wearing the Ring of the Grammarian.
Oh, Callum used that a lot to do
He did.
stuff.
Aye.
He was great at that.
That's how he created that horrific man-on-man thing.
Are you talking about Keith?
Yeah.
We love Keith.
Oh, the one in the stone.
He was horrific.
Yes, gives fantastic massages.
Yes, I felt that.
I never met Keith, but I hear that he was a wonderful
Would
individual.
you like to hold the stone?
I don't know that I do.
Do it. Do it, Stumblefoot. You won't regret
What is the stone?
I believe Pough has it.
Imran has it right now. Wait, who has
Oh,
it?
I do.
I have it?
I believe I gave it back to you.
Okay, then I have it, yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't like the massage.
It is not that I didn't like it. It was just that it was unexpected, and normally I have people ask me first. But it's fine.
Well, Stumblefoot, if you ever need Keith, he's right here.
Duly noted.
I even drew a face.
I hold up the stone, and I drew a face on it.
Oh, that is quite precious.
It's our Wilson.
No, it's
No,
Keith.
it's your Keith.
It's our Keith.
It's our Keith's sake.
Our Keith's sake.
That's terrible, Eric.
No, I'm not very... And if he's angry, I can turn him around. And look, it's an angry face.
Pough, I think you have entirely too much time on your hands.
No, I don't. That's part of the problem. You know, I find that art can be relaxing. Helps me focus sometimes.
Did you do that last night while I was playing?
Yes, I did,
I
actually.
do have a question for you, Pough, because I ran into Eriketh a couple nights ago after the whole thing happened, and he told me that he helped you move to a different plane, the astral plane or something like that. How did you get back?
That's what happened. It's kind of fuzzy, actually. But, I believe I needed some time to meditate. Monk things. Let me just put it that way. Monk things.
Okay, I used to be a monk, so I may understand your monk things.
You used to be a monk. Well,
Hey, yeah, before I met Gareth, I was a monk.
do you want to do the secret monk high five? You know, the
And we
monk.
may have different high fives, but sure, I'll give it a try.
And we proceed to...
I
to
need
do
both of you to roll performance checks.
I'm here for it.
Oh, that's a net one.
Oof.
Let's see how we do here.
Do you want to take my re-roll that
Aileen's
I didn't use?
halfling luck is rubbed off on you. Performance check. That's gonna be a 10.
So mine's technically a -1. Just for the
Well,
record.
so here's what happens. Wilder puts his two index fingers together and puts
Wilder's
it
not
forward.
here.
Wilder's not
Sorry,
there.
Stumblefoot puts his two fingers together and sticks it forward, like break the seal, and Pough just reaches back and cold cocks Wilder in the nose.
Wilder's not here.
Wilder's still not here.
Stumblefoot, you guys know what I mean.
I don't think we know the same handshake there, friend.
No,
Is that how it's supposed to go?
No.
I don't think so.
No, that was wrong.
It must have been different monk types.
Yeah. Let's
class.
not do that again.
Nope. Let's just forget that whole thing happened.
It looks a lot more like how we used to train. It wasn't much of a high five, though.
Oh, my eyes are all watering now too. That was a good one.
Mine are too. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Right. This is not getting us anywhere. What were you doing? It looked like
We were going to Northern Towerfall to rescue Aelin.
Oh, but she done. Check that off your list. Bing.
I have a talent for talking myself out of things. You just talk really fast and really long, and eventually you wear them down.
I think it's a very good talent to have.
It's with that whole sound like you've been there, talk with confidence. I wrote a book about that, and it's in the library in Southern Towerfall.
I didn't know that Orbog wrote books.
Fascinating.
Are you sure this is the real Orbog?
I'd like to make an insight check.
Okay.
I was going more for the
I accept this is truth.
I'm very an annoying person, but
That's a nat 20, so 28.
Oh, he's lying his pants off.
Okay. Stumblefoot will remember that.
I do believe that we were still going to go find a place to hide out in Northern Towerfall, as they would be less likely to expect us to be there.
now that is a good idea.
That's true. Why would you search your house for a burglar if the burglar's not supposed to be there?
Well, I do think you should search your own house for a burglar. You shouldn't search a burglar's house for the burglar.
That one.
But we're not burglars. And therefore we should go to the burglars' houses.
So if you're not supposed to burgle a burglar, should you kill a killer?
Sometimes. Yeah.
We're going to walk as we contemplate these. Stumblefoot, do you want to take that one?
What, killing a killer?
Yeah.
I still stand by my answer.
I mean, burgling a burglar is different than killing a killer, I think.
And then I begin to worry when I think too hard. Like, if olive oil comes from olives, and if peanut oil comes from peanuts, then I am severely concerned about our local supply of baby oil.
Again with the babies.
Speaking of babies, did you know that Wilder has a child?
She was once a baby, wasn't she, Pooh?
I believe he may have mentioned that and don't know for sure.
Oh, but speaking of Wilder, shouldn't we tell him where we're going? Shouldn't we have him come with us?
Well, I don't have a way to send a message to him, and I don't know where he's about right now.
Oh, I got this. Hey, Wilder! Wilder!
Perhaps we should not try to catch him that
one
way.
more, third time's the charm. Wilder!
No, Pooh. Remember what I said about blending in?
Wait for it.
What are we to be waiting for?
Wilder's going to just pop out behind a tree or a bush or someone's cloak.
Walk as we wait.
Should we wait here, or should we go to Northern Towerfall and then send a message tomorrow as to where we are?
I think we should go to Nordtau and send him a message tomorrow, and he can catch up with us then.
Well, I'm good for movement and progress. And he's going to show up any minute now, so we don't even have to worry. We'll keep going.
Well, we did stumble upon you on our way, so perhaps we will also
Right.
find him.
And I just shouted his name 3 times, so he's going to show up.
I think that only works if you have a mirror.
I think that you're thinking about your cousin.
My cousin?
Yes. Named after a bug.
Oh, a
What
bugbear?
was his name? Beetlejuice.
bugaboo?
You're thinking of Beetlejuice.
No, I don't have any cousins named Beetlejuice. I have one named Rodney.
Oh, look, the cathedral.
You have been listening to the Playing Games with Strangers podcast with the voices of John Haryu, Katherine Czerwinski, Dave Clements, J.S. Earls, Celeste Mora, Josiah Crandall, Eric Campagno, and Steve MacDonald. The theme music was written and performed by Steve Arthur, used with permission. Find more of his music on Facebook or wherever you purchase music digitally. Please review this podcast wherever you download it from to help other podcasters find our podcast and join our community. And once again, thank you for listening.
A special thanks to our Blade Level patrons, Julie Earls, Aaron Peckham, Amanda Clements, Branson Boykin, and Matthew Cosby. To learn more about how you can support the show, go over to patreon.com/playinggameswithstrangers.